open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. On play action, Prescott. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Josh Allen from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw it. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jalen Armour-Davis, the one to get the tackle. The Falcons at 3 and 2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. The Falcons send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Falcons nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he returns this to the 22.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Herbert off of play action. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. To try again after the sack. Herbert. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Stopped in his tracks by Chase Winovich.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 8 coming up. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. McPherson now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Packers 14. Falcons nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 43. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Quick slant to Hamler. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage, you have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is now 24.
Falcons, nothing. Evan McPherson set to kickoff.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
So roughing the passer, and they get the safety there.
And this is one, I think, where the safeties usually got to come a long way. So sometimes it's tough for them to slow down that momentum. That's going to draw the flag more times than not.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
I give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Mike, 58 right there. It's going to be a long day. Let's get ready.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the run. Watch the kill. 47. Check right. Like set.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Steps away to his left. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the pistol. Here's Hill. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.